You're watching Pinche's Lowriders.
Good morning. Let's see if anybody gets on. For you guys on Instagram, I am live on my YouTube channel, Pinches Lowrider, obviously. Hopefully you guys know that. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see if anybody gets on my live this morning. Make sure you check in the chat. My friends on Instagram. Um, like I said, I'm on the YouTube. I just went live. My second cup of coffee. Well, it was a rough getting up this morning was rough for me. It always is on a today would have been my mom's 67th birthday. So happy birthday to my mom. Um, I'm trying not to talk too much about it because I can't really, you know, it gets emotional, but you know, it's it's just a different type of continue on with life, and we make the best of it. Um, I always tell people I do the best to live with it, and you know, that's all I can do. That's all I can really do. You know, I miss her a lot, um, even all the arguing and everything else. But it's her birthday today, and it just it gets emotional. Start looking through all the memories and stuff like that, and but at the same time, glad to have the happy times. But as I tell everybody else, obviously I'm here on live and I'm talking about it, but you do the best that you can to live with your loss. It's the not living that's it's the not moving. It's not the continuous progression of life for yourself that holds you back. And I always tell people, feel everything you got to feel. When I was a counselor, I dealt with a lot of stuff with people, and a lot of people's issues there was a lot of grief. There's a lot of grief that they never dealt with, and we've lost a lot of people in my family. Um, but and none of it was COVID. And when I'm 45 now, so when you get into a certain age, you start losing people. I actually had to say that one day. I was like, we're at this point in time where we actually start losing people. Like I've never lost so many people in my life, family and stuff, and it just takes a different toll, But like I said, the goal is to live a positive life and move forward. So with that being said, how's everybody doing? Right now, Paul's Magazine's having their San Antonio uh, car show that's going on as we speak. It's a 2 hour difference over there, so it's about 12 o'clock. So if you don't know, you should go and support. I was in Dallas, Texas last weekend. Mm, Houston, Texas. Sorry, my coffee hasn't kicked in all the way yet. So I was in Houston, Texas for the Houston's greatest custom car show, Lowrider Magazine. I was there last weekend. Texas was hot. My first time actually being out in Texas, um, ever. Being out and about, and man, that humidity. There's a whole different world out there. I mean, I got up in the morning and you look out the window and it looks like it's overcast and raining. Like California, it would be cold. You walk outside and you get hit with just humidity, like straight up heat. and it was crazy because it was 80 degrees at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like no bullshit. I checked the weather. I had woke up early on a different day, and it said it was like 80 degrees at like 5:30 in the morning. So I was like, wow, that was crazy. It was definitely different. I don't know how you guys in Texas do it, but I seen a lot of people like, this is too hot. So, it is what it is. But the one thing I tell people about California weather is it's pretty tolerable. I think, it's dry heat, but you don't get pouring rain out of nowhere either. So it's rare. But we do, it's just different. And I guess that's why everything's indoor in Texas. Because that venue we were at, the NRG Center, that place was huge. It was nice. It was nice. So hopefully we can continue getting out there, continue with all the car shows out there, and hopefully get more people to support. I know the economy. What do you guys think about the economy right now? Because man, I just noticed, and it's across the board. The walk-ins ain't happening right now. Things have changed. A lot of people went and got these nice venues indoor, and people just don't understand how much you know a lot of these indoors things are, they're really expensive beyond what you think it is. I tell you that much. That's not including everything that comes with it. Like I tell you that working with the promoters I work with, you learn real quick. They charge you by the hour to run air conditioning. You know that in those indoor events. This way, a lot of people always complain about the ticket prices, but they don't understand what people have to put up front to get those venues. It's it's a whole different level, And I tell people all the time, it's one of the reasons why I like doing promotion and working with promoters because you learn the truth of how it really is behind the scenes. And a lot of people, you get everybody crying and complaining. You'll get certain people, well, I could do better car show than that. I could do this better. I could do that better. That's fine if you think that, but then these are the same people that don't have car shows and the same people that are talking out their ass, sound like Trump and shit. And the reality behind it is that you don't really know what it takes to do some of this stuff. And I've learned, like, I really have. One of the things is, with my custom Vida, I want to do the podcast. I want to talk to more of the promoters and stuff, but it's just to get people to understand that, you know, no matter what it is, it costs money to do and then to do it right. You can. I mean, everybody. Some people, they stay in the streets. They're only cruising. They don't do the big shows. That's fine too. But some people do everything, and then some people do all the shows, and it gets pricey. But it also, you just don't realize what goes on behind it. I mean, some of these places are over $100,000 to rent the indoor places. So you think, oh yeah, I can do a better show than that. Okay, but remember, you got to put $120,000 down for the fucking deposit. You know, to throw a indoor show. That's just. I'm just giving you a. That's not an over exaggeration, but it's close to some of the numbers that I've been told. So you got to understand that, like, literally, it costs money to move in. Like the indoors, it costs them money to run it indoors. That's why, like, when they run it and they move in, they don't turn the AC on. Like Vegas or any other shows, I don't know if they do. I mean, the reality behind it is they don't run it because the doors are open, but they charge them per hour. They don't charge them for. It's in their contract. Like, to run the AC indoors in an all indoor event, they charge per hour, and they charge the lights per hour. So sometimes you do a move in and they only have like the base lights on. They don't have full lighting on. It's because they charge them per hour, and it's in the cost. So a lot of times people don't understand that. Like, oh, they should let them move out the next day or something like that. They still charging for fucking everything. So yeah, I mean, I always advocate for the people that are taking they're taking the risk. They're taking, they're doing what they can, and you guys don't understand that. A lot of times, you don't understand that. Like, there's people out there making this, putting the money out for some of these events. It's like when they do war is very expensive. I think 10, $20,000, something like that. That they, maybe even more. But to get war on stage, that's how much it costs. And once again, this is because everybody wants it, but then they don't realize they got to pay for it at the end, the tickets. And I was telling somebody, because there was a show, and it was like around $50 to get in. There's been a couple shows like that lately, and it's about normal. But I remember when people were bitching about $20 to get into a fucking car show, and I was laughing because I'm like, $20 ain't shit. But and you go to another event, most places they don't give a shit about how old your kid is, unless it's like one or a newborn. They don't charge you. But there's a lot of events, carnivals, different things, the movie theater, everything. They're charging you for everything. So, regardless of how you want to sit there and say this thing's expensive, these cars are also $100,000 cars. These cars are like blood, sweat, and tears people put years into, and they're paying to show them, and that, whatever. And I'm telling you right now, as much as you think, they don't always make a profit. In Monterey, let me see. Got a question up here for the YouTube. Any cruises, shows in Monterey Bay Area for September? None that I know of. I got this hat in Houston. So the next time, if you go to a Lowrider magazine car show, I got this from the booth directly from Lowrider. I don't know if they have it online, but I do. I know I liked it. That's why I got it. I like the colors. I don't wear too much red, but I like the red and gray. Obviously, I just match this. I threw this on so I can do live. Good morning. Good morning, everybody on Instagram, YouTube. Like I said, so anyhow, this weekend I'm not particularly doing any car shows. There is cruising. There is cruising tonight in San Jose. They have a cruise going on tonight, but I will not be there. I will be in San Francisco. Um, I am gonna go take some time and do some stuff with the custom Vida stuff. There's gonna be some soldies, people spinning records. Gonna be out there in Hercules. Well, actually, it's at Hercules Records in I forgot the damn name of the place. But anyways, I'll be out there, and I'm gonna be recording and doing some stuff for the custom Vida thing, because I like doing the oldies and everything like that for that. And then actually, then there's another event in San Francisco, and I'll be doing the same thing. So they're gonna be playing, and we'll be chilling, and they're gonna be spinning 45. So I'll be out there. I'll put the flyer on my page on Instagram. So the Takeover Show. Uh, in SF, it's just it's at a bar. My custom Vida page, the flyers are up there. Also, please, if you guys haven't, Instagram, YouTube, um, please follow, subscribe the custom Vida. I'm going to be at the Takeover Show, like I was saying, next weekend in Anaheim. If everything goes well, some people forgot some last minute details, or we got to think ahead. I try, but anyways, supposed to be out there. I'm gonna be covering it, but I'm gonna be wearing my custom Vida. So you guys all know. I mean, I'll be wearing custom Vida now, um, because I'm trying to get more people over there. So when you guys are listening to me and stuff, follow that stuff, because I'm gonna be trying to bring more content. I'm just trying right now. I'm working on getting the numbers up, um, and on my YouTube and everything like that. So I got to bring more to the podcast stuff. And you guys got any good ideas for me to do on a podcast level? Hit me up, put it in the comments underneath this video, or in general, inbox me, stuff like that. I have an idea. I want to do a whole podcast about people's memories cruising back in the 90s, 80s, whatever year you did all the cruising, because now that they're taking down these signs, you know, cruising's legal cruising's legal. And I just want to talk about how it really was, because back in the day, cruising wasn't really scheduled. We just showed up out there on the weekend, and nobody, you know, you didn't really know if anybody was out there or anything like that, because there was no cell phones. We all had pagers or payphones, you know. And if you don't know what that is, you better ask somebody. But that's how we knew. Shit, in the fucking 70s, my uncle, they had CB radios. But that's all to keep everybody intact. But yeah, so Takeover Show next weekend. That's the 14th, Anaheim. Get your tickets. Go out there. That's a big show. It's an indoor. It's a big ass show. Last year it was. I mean, I had never been there. It was a lot. It was a lot. It took me, I said, about 4 hours. With breaks and stuff like that to actually get footage of the whole show. And then um let's see what else. Oh, the weekend after that, we'll be in San Francisco for King of the Streets. King of the Streets. I'm tell you, if you can get out here for King of the Street, it's going to be worth your gas money. I'll tell you that right now, because King of the Streets, if you haven't been there, is fun. Is hella fun. And um, so you go, everybody goes to one spot. They basically have a show, and they go to the show, and then there's a hop to bring your hoppers out for King of the Streets. Um, they do the hop. After the hop, everybody bounces. Boom, they go hit the mission and they cruise, and it's legit. And I tell people this, and they trip out, but they'll have these parking signs that says "No parking, lowrider event, King of the Streets." That means we can park there. That means the lowriders can park there, and basically take over um, the mission and cruise with no harassment, no nothing. I mean, they make it legit. They get a permit and everything like that. But and that's the beauty of it, because they actually do that. And it's like something. I mean, it's just it's like a party out there. It's fun. There's good people. And before the pandemic, everybody was starting to come from out of town, and everybody said the same thing. It's like they never been through something like that before when it comes down to low riding. So probably one of the biggest and the best. I mean, it's not always the biggest, but it's probably the one of the best and one of the most fun events in Northern California. If there's a cruise, you know how we go to Van Nuys, go to Whittier. When they were doing all that, it's like a lot of people would come out of town to go see, or to go down south to go to these big cruise nights. Well, San Francisco King of the Streets is that of for Northern Cali. And I'm from San Jose. We just had Boulevard Nights, and thank you for everybody that's been watching that video. I got a lot of views, over 15,000. Um, you know, it's just a different beast. But I'll tell you, um, from the Bay Area, a lot of people come out for that, for San Jose Boulevard Nights. It's just it's a different vibe. You got to be local from up here to really enjoy it. There's always something going on, but at the end of the day, San Francisco King of the Streets. That's my best recommendation. If you're ever gonna come out here to cruise from out of town, it's gonna be safe. It's gonna be legit. Everybody shows love. I'm telling you right now, it's one of my favorite events. It's like a mandatory thing. I think the last year I didn't make it because they did it at the Cow Palace last year, but then I had already committed to a different event, and they had moved the date kind of last minute, so I wasn't able to go out there. But this year I'm gonna be out there, camera in hand, out there in the street, getting all the cruising and all the good stuff. So looking forward to that. So that's the 20th. Okay, that's the 20th of this month. And then the following weekend is Denver. So Denver, Colorado. I will not be there, but that's the next lowrider show. And then the following weekend after that is Vegas. So I think the weekend before I'm taking off, I'm gonna spend some time with my kid. Um, he just started school, so I'm gonna be doing just probably I think I'm gonna take the weekend and chill or do something local if there's anything local over here. But it's gonna be crazy. Like Vegas is gonna be nuts because Vegas, remember moving, they're gonna do Friday and Saturdays move in for the super show. The show is on a Sunday. That Saturday, Torres is doing his hop. So the Torres Empire hop is on the third on Saturday. And from what I've been hearing, they already got 100 hoppers registered. So the rumor, and this is what I heard from one of the guys. Hold on. Um, I don't need extended warranties. But anyways, yeah. So they got around about 100 hoppers already registered for the Torres hop in Vegas. So that's the third. Um, so then we had the Vegas Super Show on the fourth. I will be out there, Custom Vida booth. I have a booth, Custom Vida. I don't know yet. I'm hoping to have some gear. When I do, I'll let you guys know. Um, if anything, hats, maybe some shirts. I'm not sure yet. Um, and then Monday is an after hop. So Monday we have another hop because it's a 3-day weekend because it's Labor Day. So there's an after hop on Monday, and then so that's a full 3-day weekend plus all the other hopping that's going to happen at night, all the partying that's going to happen at night, all the cruising, whatever happens out there. The people that aren't going to be in the shows and the people that are going to be hopping probably Friday night and you name it. Because I know people going out there on Wednesday for Vegas, and logistically it's going to be nuts. And trying to be in more than one place at one time is hard. And then I'm probably driving out there, so I don't like driving to Vegas, but more than likely I'll be driving to Vegas, and if I can, it's already probably too late to get a flight, but you know, I got to do what I got to do, and there's other stuff going on, but up until that point, we got Vegas, and then we'll check in from there. There's plenty of other events. I'm hoping I can get to Ventura at the end of September. September 11th is going to be Merced. They're having a car show here in Merced. Uh, the ladies of lowriding, the hold on, sorry, and so that's going to be a show. The flyers on my page. I posted the flyers. So remember, Merced County Fairgrounds, September 11th. Um, I think like I said, the next event after that I'm going to go to is going to be Ventura, and I like Ventura. Ventura is a nice venue, so that's a good show to check out. And then I was thinking that was probably going to be one of the last events I'm going to go to for the year, but now finding out about a couple other stuff that might be happening. There's going to be the LA Auto Show, which is a week long, and they're giving, from what I understand, from shout out to Chingona Magazine, they said they're going to have a whole room, and it's going to be they're going to get a whole giant room, and they're going to do all the lowriders, I think. So I'll confirm that later. But yeah, that's that. So a lot of stuff going on. But the question is, and I'll leave you with this, and you guys can leave it in the comments. Um, right now, are you still paying them entry fees? Are you budgeting? Who's going to Vegas? Are you gonna, there's a lot of events every weekend right now. Um, do you think that there's gonna be a downturn with the new year, with the economy, and all these shows are back to back? So it's gonna dilute the market. So are you gonna continue to support all those shows? Are you gonna budget? You're gonna have to pick and choose. What are you gonna do? And it's just the census. It's not. I don't want to be. I promote low riding every day, all day. Go to every show you can. But when money's tight, it's not even that easy to do. And I'm stretching. I'm on a broke budget, but I've always done this on a broke budget. It's just the easiest way to do it. I cut out all the bullshit and just do what needs to be done and move on. And that's my recommendation. Well, as a videographer and photographer, content creator, I'm looking for, I need what I need, and then I'm out. Like, that's it. And it sucks sometimes because I don't really get to enjoy myself all the time. But we make it happen, do the best you can. And I'm busting my ass and being out there in the heat and traveling and driving and all this stuff so I can put these videos up. And it's appreciated. I know it is appreciated because I talk to people every time I go to an event. Every time, you know, I see people, and no matter what, it's like, "What's up, beaches, lowriders?" And my kid watches your stuff. I watch your stuff. I'm a big fan. I watch all your videos. I hear it all the time, and don't get me wrong, I always get this too because I'm always busy and I always have to repeat myself. But I'm always busy and I'm always running around like crazy, and not every time I get to sit there and engage with a conversation. And I'm not being rude. I really am not. It's just I'm focused. But trust me, you saying hi to me and stuff like that is it's remembered, it's heard, and it keeps me motivated to do what I do. Um, it's a blessing. I really like wonder if I'm ever gonna slow down. It seems like it's gonna get more busy, and I appreciate that too as well. So I was trying to do this full time. It ain't really gonna happen. I gotta go back to uh the working class, but it's okay. I made a decision that I'm gonna start just I'm gonna go back, find me another regular full time job, and mind my business and work. But I'm gonna make this my second part time gig, and I'm gonna make it work. It's what I was doing in the first place. A little extra money here and there, but it paid for my travel. But at the end of the day, it was more like my dream would be able to do this full time, but it's not feasible. So I'm gonna change that and just go back, concentrate on just having a job, mind my business, going to work every day, and then every weekend that I can get out there and do this. And this will be I'm just gonna remember to keep it part time, to remember to keep it to do when I can. And I have my priorities. My kids my priority, surviving my priority. But yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna be doing two different things. I'm gonna do multiple things and more podcasting. I gotta actually I'm kind of I have to have some time because I'm gonna redo both my websites. I want to completely change it. And so stuff I'm working on, that I'm gonna continue to work on this, in the next month. But stay ready, more footage coming. Um, and yeah, thank you for all you guys' support. I really do appreciate it. Um, and I'll let you guys go because I gotta get ready for my day. But yeah. So if you see this video, thank you. And remember, please go follow my other pages, Custom Vida. It's all social media, YouTube, um, and all that. And I appreciate everything. And thank you. You guys have a good weekend.